Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Getting into the first game in here. Thank you for your patience. After 18 minutes after schedule, we actually get to the first game. Got to build the tension. Yeah, props to the new overlay to Vlad once again. I've done an excellent job. Still tweaking a few minor things, but definitely getting there and definitely doing an excellent job of that. So just give me a shout and chat if you guys can see everything, hear everything, up to code. See this great Portuguese town centre right here. Get off the view lock. Hate that bloody thing when trying to cast. Woohoo, that mouse is going fire. Let me know everything is all sweet. Give me a shout and chat and we'll get our first prediction going. Thanks RS Life. Good to know everything's set up great. Hey Bremhawk. Welcome to the stream. So who will win? Do we reckon it's Ungurs? Or do we reckon it's Tit? Let's Oh, good guys, get your ooh. Oh, I can't say. Alright. Damn, that's a shame. Oh no, it's still... What? I'm not allowed to post this prediction because apparently it's not in the community guidelines. Alright, that's better. So chuck your predictions in there and we'll get going with the first game shortly. Just checking audio is fine as well. We've checked off on the video. We'll get started pretty damn soon. Brilliant, all set to go. Let's get into the first game here. So we'll be, just for anyone who's just joining us, we are going to be starting... We're going to be starting with these guys. So we've got Aminus versus Ungurs, Aminus and Ungurs versus Kynesie and Tit, and then after that we'll be casting Ants and Tad versus Roberto and Rebnak. The third game will be Chosen and User versus Quamenja and Patrick LFC. So we're going to start off with 2 golds, go into 2 silvers. The second silver is going to be Golden Ronan and Alex versus Victory and Simon. And we're going to end the night, well, by then it'll be like 3 a.m. for me, but it'll be Jack and Bessie versus Kaiser and Maito. So finishing strong there. Start with 2 golds, 2 silvers, and finish on a gold. So stick around and see some epic gameplay. So we'll be getting into the first game here, which is Ungurs and Aminus versus Kynesie and Aiken. This is a best of 3 matchup, so let's get started here. Oof. So starting off on the left-hand side of the map, we're going to see Kynesie as Portugal, and going to be snagging 40 wood to start off with. Definitely a bonus for ports. I think for 40 wood for 1 crack shot, it's definitely a niche thing to have at the start of every game. We've got Aiken here starting with his Indian Tansa, and he's going, I don't know, India ports. I don't see that combo very much, at least from my perspective. So it'll be interesting to see what shenanigans they can pull off here. I'm going to try and refer to him as Tit for the rest of the game because I just love it. Is that the... Always check the Explorer names. You never know what you see. Exactly, my point. So I feel like a mid-map aggro could be very useful, or maybe it's like slightly ahead. Very useful to... I want to change my mouse, is too fast. But very useful definitely to control the trade post line, considering it goes around to the center of the map. 200 food actually going over between Kynesie and Aiken there. Maybe looking for a fast age up, Team Flails potential. Would love to see that. But on the right hand side of that, we've got Animus playing as Germany. He's very good at Germany. We've seen in the last few maps he's almost cleaned up all of his games. Last few matchups cleaned up most of his games playing as Germany with Ungurs as Brits. So a very good combo, probably one of their best I'd say, based on the previous series. And we've got Vlad in chat, hey man. Congrats on the overlay, looking very, very good. So I'll check out decks here as soon as the first card is selected. Yeah, definitely a very boomy deck. It has Spice Trade in deck, so we're going to see some a lot of hunts being killed on this map. I remember when this was like the meta, back when DE first got released, the cheap villagers gather food faster, just send Spice Trade and you get carried by the Portuguese player. But now Port's not holding the S tier spot anymore, but does have Militia in deck and will be sending Economic Theory as the first card. So if we switch, over to India, we see Distributism coming on for the first card here, and it's like a standard Indian deck. It does have Team Arimi, so that'll be very handy if things go H3. But looks like definitely Elephants and Gurkha by the looks of it. Finally, a player who doesn't go Zambarax in H2. We've seen actually a lot of that lately. A lot of Indian players in the tournament who decided to go Zambarax just like an anti-raid tactic, but they get too comfortable with it and then transition into H2. Still with those Zambarax. H3, still with those Zambarax. And not the best option there. So checking out Brit's deck, looks like going up with 17 vills. I'll be surprised if he goes up with 18. And first card going to be 3 Settlers. Potential mana boom here, maybe a second card. Kynesie opting for a trade purchase to start off with, but we're not going to see any Greenwich Mean Time shenanigans. Obviously not optimized in team, more of 1 beyond strat, but stop calling me that. Why do you not like to be called a player? No, that's GK's idea, not mine. I'm not taking responsibility for that. And we'll check out Germany's deck here. Pretty standard. Doesn't have any merc shipments in deck, so gonna go for the more slow, sort of massy rather than intense timing push by the looks of it. Both sets of Ulan in there as well. Interesting. More of a cav heavy deck, so maybe Ulan War Wagon is the most likely option there. And we do see the aggro coming down. Oh god, I've got to change this sensitivity. It's pissed me off. The aggro coming down in the center of the map. Gonna take some nice map control. We'll secure these hunts on the side here. Won't really secure this hunt out here, but we'll secure this one, and if he can bring this one in as well. And what he will do here is he'll be able to deny it from his opponents, so they'll be struggling to push out. He's got the 1 in base. Done a good job herding here, but once these 3 run out, just as I say that, I mean, he's done a brilliant job at herding. He's not running out of hunts anytime soon. I take that back fully. And it looks like the Port CC is going to go up to the side. Not going to be very aggressive. I mean, a Port Town Centre out here would be pretty nice. You deny any raiding potential through here. And you can pop shipments out, any military shipments out. You need 2 organs coming out here on a fight would be very, very useful. But opting to go with the side route feels like probably can claim more of the hunts here. 2 hunts rather than just 1. Alright, so we got Ungurs and Kynesie going up first to H2. Looks like we've gone up to Quartermaster. Kynesie, I think he went up, not quite sure what he went up with. Potentially Quartermaster as well. And Brits up with the Governor. And Germany up with the Quartermaster as per usual. So it looks like Port's opening Huss. Maybe a Huss semi-FF by the looks of it. Interesting there. Serrano Wood is the first card for India. Interesting to see what play they do here. If they just try and hold the center, it does have 4 C point in queue. It'd be interesting if they do try and hold the center, if they try and push out and get in their opponent's base. But I mean, this is a great job of the herding here. I mean, the forward tower, definitely going to be hard to push into that. And nice positioning of the stable behind the base there. So I feel like they've got the map control, but they don't want to, leave Germany and Brits untouched for too long. So I'm going to be interested to see how they try and counter this. I probably don't know the best way to do that. So I'm really interested to see how these top players pull this off. So 2 Husks going to come in here, potentially get picked up by these Musketeers, and the Outpost is going to get a bit of damage on that. Obviously, it's multiplier against Cav, so definitely don't want to be fighting under there, nor the Town Center. May cause some idle time here on the, what's that, about 7 bills. Definitely won't kill any, but causing a substantial amount of idle time for so many, and doesn't lose a single hussar. Strelets, Seaboy coming in now, taking some shots off with the longbows, but will get forced back by Boris Johnson, absolutely tanking like a beast. But we do see some Huss coming over here to stop some raiding by the Uhlans sent by Ungurs. I feel like it's just, game of cat and mouse right now, running and trying to, deny raids from your opponent's team, limit the amount of idle time. Masses are about the same for each player, and macro is about the same, and it just comes down to how much you can idle your opponent, basically, in my opinion. Kynesie sent the food back to Tit, by the way. Tit just loaned it so he could get up faster. It was a loan, it wasn't a donation, per se. And it would have interest on it as well, because it's the 15% tax every time you send res. And Tit barely ages late. Fair. Caster. The caster, my name is Josh. You guys might know me as Gandalf in games. I do a lot of 2v2s. My name is Josh if you wanted to know. Or Gandalf, however you want to take it. I play with Royal a lot. We do see some Seapoy coming in the back here. Going to try and potentially force Ungurs off some hunts here. But these manor houses are just providing so much line of sight, and honestly, just looking from the map control, we were a bit absent from the game there. But just looking at this, I think this is strongly in favour of Ungurs and Aminus, and the reason why I say that is because they've got the line of sight. Isn't Muscle weird? He's got the line of sight on the Seapoy, and I feel like he kind of missed his opportunity there, but this ridge is definitely providing some issues over here, and we'll be able to clean up some of the Seapoy. I mean, that's a lot of res invested there. Two Ulan did pick up a villager who was trying to herd. Zembaraks were being queued, but didn't quite come out fast enough. And it looks like Ungurs and Animus are just ahead on the, idling your opponent, keeping him busy. He's forced Zambarak to be queued. Did miss the opportunity to clean up those Seapoy there, but maybe at the time a bit busy with his APM. So nothing bad with that. Looks like Kynesie is up and sends his town centre forward. Will be claiming the sun. Honestly, I feel like right about here, or here even, would be such a good spot. Force a fight in between here and be able to pop some organ guns. Maybe even just put a single proxy wall down. And you can get so much value from that, even with all the German Ulan here. Force them to go around the long way, take a lot of tower fire. It was a small loan of $1 million, yes. Thank you for the input, Jack. Very good. No, man, it's great. We'll be casting your game last today, so I think you better get some sleep and wake up early. I think that's my call for you, mate. House going down, like I said here, I feel like the value is just both teams have played well so far, but the value is just ahead for Ungurs and Animus. I feel like they control the tempo of the game now. Longbow is going to pick off. Ooh, no, just gets inside. Manages to get through that little door, even though he was 5 meters away. Look at them just clipping through that town center. But no, definitely in favour of Ungurs and Animus, in my opinion. We'll lose quite a few Ulan here. The Zambarak's going to be able to catch up to Animus's still age 2 Ulan. I don't know here. I feel like they've definitely got, because the goons can catch the Ulan here, not fast enough. Although we'll get a few volleys off onto the goons here, and he knows he's going to lose the Ulans, but he may as well try and take the fight. Oh no, maybe he just got a bit cocky there. I don't know, putting the vet goons into melee mood with the Ulans, so very well played there. Definitely knows what he's doing. I'm going to try and get as many Ulans as he can before he pops out onto the TC, and there we go, the minimum come out. Definitely trying to save as much Ulan as he can there. Maybe a bit of an over-exaggeration, because he was probably going to lose them anyway. Once you're raiding Huss or Ulan get caught out by light cavalry, light range cavalry, you're kind of screwed, because they just catch up to you. They're speedy boys. So we did see a bit of poking before from Ungurs out the front here, but I think he did end up seeing the organ gun, so I had to pull back. Now we're going to see a counter raid coming in, picking up a few settlers at the back here, but ultimately, after all of that, all the Zambarak go down. So a great pickup here from Kynesie and Tit, but ultimately just, given up. Just all lost for nothing. And I feel like it's a dead even trade. I feel like without the Minutemen, that's a positive trade for Ungurs and Animus, but I feel like the Minutemen definitely brought it closer together. Vet Tech Duelan's now coming in, and I feel like if they can get a good raid here, or another, just like a bunch of idle time and push in while the APM's distracted, they can either take a good fight and, not idle some vills, or take a good fight and idle some vills, you know what I mean? So definitely a good time to push here potentially. I'd say it's a good time to push here. I wouldn't push into this. You know that the organ guns are here. You want to take a fight, out somewhere where he's gathering. You want to find out, well, you obviously know he's gathering down here, up here. Oh, nice pillarless wall coming in here. We'll be able to block the Ulans. It'll be clutch timing here. But yeah, take a fight out here where some gathering is. Take a lot of idle time as well as, get some idle time where you possibly can. Why not just take a fight, where it suits you? They've got the power at this moment. They can choose when to push out. Although map control is favoured to Kynesie and Tit right now, I feel like Germany and Brits definitely have the upper hand when it comes to momentum of the game. Although just looking at the map, it seems to change. It seems to be changing because a lot more infrastructure going up in the middle of the base, and the switch to goons is probably the right choice from Kynesie. Get some Geniti out, and it should be sweet. Looks like going up the Tyrant Victory. And it's interesting is Ungurs aging up. Isn't even macroing to age up. Interesting to see what he's deciding to do. Oh, I'm so stupid. He's already aged up. That's why. Look at me go. Why isn't he aged up? Oh, he's already aged up. Stupid. Yeah, sending 2 Falcons. Sees that Tit's not up yet, so I think they're going to try and get this aggro fort down before the 2 Siege Elephants pop. And definitely the right call here, although these organ guns are going to get a shot into the Brit army and do a lot of damage there. That's it's a hefty dosage. And it looks like he's going to try and... He still hasn't teched his units yet. I probably want that to be the #1 priority right now rather than getting a batch out. And we'll get the town centre down. Interesting to see if he can snag up a kill there, and he does. He knows exactly that he's going to get that. He just, takes it and pops out. And it looks like the Falconets trying to get a volley off onto the organ guns, but don't quite get the kill there. But 9 Ulan for town centre. Is it worth it? I reckon it is, especially an age 4 town centre. Now getting Yeoman, so switching to more longbow, and I feel like longbow and mass is definitely the right option. Excuse me, I'll just I wonder if that mute worked. Actually, I set it up before, so I'd love to see your thoughts. But the Siege Elephants do pop and take out the Falconets. Definitely charging in with the Sepoy and losing quite a few, but was that an equal trade for the Falconets? I don't think so. I feel like the Siege Elephants did pick them off, but ultimately the Sepoy are much more expensive, and they're all going down to the Longbow and the Musketeers. I mean, once those Siege Elephants take down those cannons, they're basically useless, and now he's also abandoned his 2 organ guns, and they're in such a good position right now. Ungurs, whoa, where did my... That's better. Ungurs and Aminus just in such a more commanding position right now. Definitely knowing their timing to push out. Maybe the option of 15 longbow was the right call rather than to tech. And the Ulan's not really doing any fighting, but definitely just like, posturing, pushing them back, soaking some damage, and going in for some kills where needed. Zambarak just out of line of sight of the villagers over here. What a shame. Yeah, just out of line of sight of there. And it looks like 2 heavies coming in now for Kynesie. Animus and Ungurs know that the scores are just slightly not in their favour, but I think they could come back from this. But I feel like they're deciding they needed to go in now that they saw Kynesie's teched up. But I don't know, out the back of this, you know that the heavies are already in. You've seen the volley. Do you try and commit to the fight and take out the heavies, or do you sit back, get some cools out, and push in from there? So we'll just have a look. We do see town defense coming in. So here we go, pushing away some Oh, I was waiting for that. I was like, oh no, that's totally in line of sight. Yeah, it's taken out. The Skirms just took an absolute volley to the chest. And we still got Zambarax on anti-raid duty. Like I said before, it's just how much can you allow your opponent right now. And very aggressive town center from Tit here. I don't know if it's the right call, but definitely now he's only got one village in there. It's not too bad. So what he will gain from this is he is going to stall Animus and Ungurs for enough time for a remass here, and India does remass pretty slowly. I feel like Kynesie's goon heavy counter mass. I feel like they've got the opportunity to push in. He knows they're gathering from here now. They saw that before. I would just go in here. Oh, all the vills are coming out here. If they can take a fight here, that is just so much idle time, so much potential there. The Ulan mass is getting pretty big now though. Definitely something to watch out for. And as a result, training some Howler, switching over from the Zams, which is the right call. And there's a massive opportunity for a fight over here. I wonder if they're going to take it. I mean, Kynesie's going to go over. And I feel like the Sepoy just left here just to defend any Ulans. They've definitely got the upper hand here, and I feel like if they don't do something soon, Brit Germany could have a comeback here. Scores are in favour of Kynesie and Tit, and they are pulling away quite heavily now. But I feel like that's just industrial AG co. This just skyrocketing here. But the military mass, that's got to be like 120 pop right there. And 2 Kulvs batched out. Is it 2 Kulvs, 1 shot of heavy cannon? But we'll see. Just checking chat. Oh god, I've missed so much. We'll have a look at that in a sec. There's more pressing matters at the moment. I saw someone's thinking something wrong, but we'll see. This is more important. We'll check chat after. Right now we do see a siege elephant coming off, being picked off straight away by the musketeers. Definitely a good trade there. Going to push out here. Going to force India back under the town centre, under the castle. They could get a good pop under the castle there and snag the longbows. But I feel like, he's pulling away, not going to commit to the fight. No excitement just yet. Oh dear. Can we get a kill? No. I feel like... No, twice as many. Yeah, that was close. Definitely Kynesie on the ball right now. Legion Dragoons. Has there been an update? They're not called Geniti anymore. Please, someone do tell. Legion or Geniti? I feel like the Geniti is more like, it's what we're used to. It's what everyone is always scared of. As soon as Port goes age 4, the Geniti just come in and they just destroy anything in their path. But Legion just sounds so more, a mass of Dragoons charging into the Ulans, So which one? We need a poll for that. Legion Dragoons or Geniti Dragoons? One of you mods, get going on that poll. But now they are going to push into the bottom base here from Tit. And I feel like this is such a strategical position because he knows all the vills are out here. Going to get a ton of idle time. I'm surprised they didn't push up here though. I think that's what Kynesie was going to try and go for, but has decided we've got a better chance to clean up this army right now, and I feel like they're confident enough to take it. Look at that, Skirm's getting wrecked by goons. You don't see that often. Both buildings coming down now, and it looks like the Howder mass. I don't know if I want to take this fight. Yeah, it's a lot of longbow and a lot of musk. Definitely going to deal a lot of damage to the Ulans, but I feel like they're going to overkill them. There's going to be a lot of, overkill right there. And they are going double goon. I feel like they're relying too much on the heavy cannons. I feel like they need something to deal with these Kilrains, and I feel like the goons could charge in and snipe them, but he's got to be very careful. Not many kills there, but the rebound definitely copping a lot of damage into the center of that army. And there's an opportunity for the Kilrain kills right now. If he can go in and snag those, those heavy cannons are unprotected, are completely free, no damage onto them. But just going to lose a lot of Ulans for it. Does end up pulling the Kilrains back. Definitely getting ready for the inspiration ability and try and time that with the fight. So I'm going to try and get as many free shots of these heavy cannons as possible. Just slowly. Let's check out the health. Yeah, that's the army's definitely not on full health. Could cop a lot of damage. We'll take some more Ulans for free though. And now some longbow with their siege artillery. Siege bows are going to start pressuring on the top side as well. Maybe take some APM away, force the Howders away to go deal with that, or the goons. But I feel like such a strategical spot to capture, because now he's got access to this mine, and he'll have access to this bottom line as well. He's going to force the goon mass away. Oh, sorry, not even going to force the goon mass, mate. We'll force the settlers away with the goon mass. I'd love to see if they can see. They don't know that. They'll see it in a sec. They'll see these vills having some hunts there. So I feel like if they can double pressure this is a massive opportunity for a game-changing fight here. I think it's coming to a head. Look at this. The goon's taking out it's a lot of villages. It's a lot of idle time. He's going to see these villages here, and if he can just absolutely do a 180, a massive cav switch, those settles are all gone. I want to actually see Kynesie's res count right now, so it looks like he's stacking. Yeah, he is stacking quite a bit. Didn't look like there were many goons on the field, and we were right. He has got something now to deal with the heavy cannons here. I think I may have missed some Culverines getting cleaned up, so I apologise for that. But massive volley coming into Ungurs' musk here. This is the fight here. Can the Culverines get a shot off onto the heavy cannons? It doesn't look like it. Although he's turning and fighting, that could give the opportunity here. He does get one shot off, but I think he needs 3. Oh my god, that is a lot of longbow down the drain. He can't be fighting with Age 4 versus Age 3 units. And there we go. Realizes the vills are all over here, starts pushing out, taking fights to idle him. And yeah, look at that. The Howders now onto the Culverines. This is the second time the Culverine mass is starting to get picked off. Does get a decent trade onto those Howder though. We'll take out 2 of them. And I feel like it's still pretty even. I feel like the eco is definitely in Kynesie and Tit's favour, but right now the military is in Ungurs and Aminus. So it'll be interesting to see how this ends up. That awkward moment when you're starting to gather on your opponent's coin mine. It's like, what do we do? Who's going to raid first? And it looks like the Howder are gassing it over there right now. With some more Huss, the vet Huss are going to always be struggling to get the stable out. But, I feel like what's defined this fight is map control and pressure. And I feel like Germany's just been stuck in the hole, tried to push out, and yeah, look at that. That's GG right there. Look at all those vills down the drain. I feel like military mass was equally fine, and same with the micro was great from both players. But what won Kynesie and Tit this game was just map control, being able to decide where to take fights. Yeah, that's what's won them this. Like, look at this, all these muskets getting absolutely just dropped. Absolutely, yeah, and there goes the GG. Ungurs is out, so first game going over to Kynesie and Tit. So congratulations, boys. I'll get the scores updated. Well done. And we'll read chat, of course. Oh, we didn't even play the hype video. Oh, we'll play that. We'll play that in a sec. So give me a second, folks. So the first game going over to Kynesie and Tit. Congratulations, lads. And we'll get into the next game shortly. Or do we want to see the post game? We'll quickly have a look at the post game. Post game's more important. Whoops. You guys didn't see nothing. You guys didn't see no green screen. Alright, we'll check out the post game. So I feel like, yeah, the military mass, like this is exactly what I was saying. It was heavily in favour of Ungurs' team, and props to them. They did really well. It was just the timings. Like Port's just eco. Look at that, age 4, 12 minutes. It still had military out. That's what made the difference. They had that tempo. It was in favour of Ungurs for a while. I had them down. I thought they had it. But just not pushing out at the right times and committing to a fight. The eco just ended up splitting away from them, and the rematch just wasn't possible. I feel like that's the play right now. And I think it was up, Kynesie just up super quick. And like someone in chat said, just not even aging up that late, even though the food was loaned. It wasn't donated, it was loaned. Still getting up pretty quick. And just so much more idle time from Ungurs' team. There was a big batch here, but just generally just so much more longer gaps here from Ungurs. No, not bad, boys. Well done. So we'll get into the next one. There we go. Give us a sec, folks. So we get into game 2. So for anyone wondering, anyone playing at home, game 2 is on Manchuria. But while we wait, let's have a peek at the chat. Oh, we'll do the predictions as well. Predictions come first, always. Oh, damn. Someone's racking in a few points here. So congrats to, we'll see who got the most. Striker, gonna be he's done 3K, so he'll be copping quite a bit here. So, Tit coming away with the win here. Congratulations. I gotta see who cleans up the most here. For anyone just joining us, we just had our first game done. Kynesie and Tit taking the victory over Aminus and Ungurs. And let's see who's stolen all the channel points. 10,000 over the strike. Well done, man. Well done. Definitely racking in all those resources. I think it's called... it's still called channel points. It's going to be called resource crates. All those resources. Unlimited resources. Can we see the kills? I will show the kills in just a second, Tomato Plant. But no, definitely good. Who the hell are pigging in pineapple? I have no idea, man. So Josh is casting. Yep. Scores are gone. Oh no, the scores are gone. Oh dear, did we not have scores through that whole game? Ooch. Oh no, not scores. Yeah, okay, yeah, no, we put them back up. You should make war wagons to stop the Ulan mass as soon as you hit age 3. Oh, and stop war wagons. Yeah, no, that's fair. I feel like they would have much of a time dealing with Sepoy and goons than Ulan would be. I feel like I agree with you with that. If he had a good war wagon mass, he would have had a much better chance. And he had cards for it. He would have a much better chance in those fights. True. The Unity, thank you, cheese. The overlay in the left corner is pretty cool. Vlad did a very good job of that, so props to him. Vils equals viewer at the moment. Yep, that is true. I will show you guys the kills and we'll get into the next... Oh no, I'm already in the next game. I cannot show you the kills. Sorry, Tomato Plant. I hope you can forgive me. But we'll get into the next round for game 2. Give you guys 5 minutes again. Make an educated guess. Is there a map and Civ veto in this event? There sure is. So it's 5 map choice and you veto 2 and obviously play 3, best of 3. It says best of 5 up there. 5 maps, best of 3 should be -2. And we're getting right now into Manchuria. There we go. So this is the second game in the best of 3, Ungurs and Aminus versus Kynesie and Tit on a nice little water map here. So interesting to see some play. Havenashoni hasn't been played much in this tournament yet. and neither has El Spano. So interesting to see two definitely S tier civs, Japan and Dutch, versus some shenanigan level Spain and Haudenosaunee. I would love to see someone at one point do a 2v2 Town Destroyer in a tournament. That would be absolute gold. So let's get into it. Alright, so starting in the top of the map, we have Kynesie and Tit here. We're going to be seeing some Spanish play, hopefully see some decks, might see some Spanish gold, or see the Spanish Armada take control of the South Manchurian Seas. So very, very interesting map. Definitely a map that has it all. It's got water, it's got trade posts, definitely lucky trade post falling in the back of the base, not much TB contention. And he's also got the beloved yaks. So race to see who can get the money, as many yaks as they can. Basically, who wins age 1 right there. So Mini Falconet over here is going to take his crack shots into his opponent's army and deal a ton of damage. Oh, I see a dead yak. I hear a dead yak, actually. Also, wasting away. We're going to see a trade post starting off here from Kynesie. I don't really see that much Spanish play, so I'm really looking forward to this. If you're good at water, play Spain is probably fine in team. If you're good at water, and we sure as hell know Kynesie is good at water, so he's allowed to. He's got the chat's blessing to play water. We're gonna. I can't wait for these decks. I really want to see the strategies starting up here. Isn't gathering any wood, so might see a 10-10 or a 12-10. Yeah, 12-10. Oh, please. Oh, go on. Logistician, please. Infinite 300 wood. I'd love to see. Surely he does it. I feel like you can't really do it with the 12-10 though. I don't know, we'll see. If Aminus and Ungurs don't rush, it's over. Low Justician, yeah. Bit of an L Justician if you ask me. But I think if he takes the Rio TC, he should be in a good spot as TP. He should be in a good spot as well. He'll be able to just spam out those boats, and his water's going to go absolutely insane. But it's going to be, can the Spanish water deal with the uncontested Japanese Shrine Boom? And I feel like the water's going to beat the Shrine Boom any day of the week. But a good timing could result in some pressure on Kynesie if he overcommits to water. We have seen a few games where he does overcommit to eco, and definitely suffers on the back of that. So I'm really looking forward to see what's going to play out here. And Mini Falconet might go down, probably will go down before he gets back home. Now the significance of this, for anyone playing at home, is the fact that this bad boy buffs the living shit out of the Haudenosaunee units. So if he goes down, your units suffer, I think, by about 12%, if I'm right. Ungurs, no, it doesn't show me. But I believe it's 10 to 15%, I think, HP or attack. So it's like a card's worth. So very, very impactful. Aero Mantlet card timing might actually be good here. Aero Water is good. Aero Water is, yeah, it's pretty good. He is actually going to be going that. It's good to see you got the villagers and the boats now. He is going to be going for some Aero Water. We do see treasure contention here, and Kynesie is going to snag this one, I do believe. Coming away with 75 wood. Definitely going to help chuck a dock down early, or maybe a second TP. Did Kynesie end up going with the low justician? He did go for the low justician. Thank you, BS Peter, for the tier 1 sub. Whoa, 15 months. Bloody hell. Esok must love you. 10% attack. Cool. Yeah, so 10% attack, it's a significant amount. I mean, that's like a lot. I'm not wrong. Like, that's, it's like a card's worth, right? But he didn't end up going down, so we're chilling. Mini Falconet lives to see another day. But it looks like we're going to see, like I said before, oh, what a play. I love it. Like we said, there's actually a few players actually do that. That wall looks so cool. But yeah, we're interested to see the strategy coming on here because, like Chat said before, Ungurs and Animus kind of need to rush here. Kynesie is going to get 2 powerful on water. If Ungurs can win this water play, I'll be extremely impressed, and I hope he does, because I would love to see some great water contention. A player 1v1ing on water and a player 1v1ing on land. Or mainly 1v1 on land. Definitely great. How many crates give Logistician? What do you mean? How many crates give Logistician? I mean, how many resources does it give? We're about to find out. About 100. I think it's, I can't remember the exact values, but it's like 150, 100, 100, something around about there. It's definitely pretty good. I remember it used to be like 200 each or something ridiculous. But no, very, very good. So we're going to be seeing more defensive base building here from Animus. I don't know why we'd... I mean, seeing decks, I'm like, looks like it's going to be a late game, a long and a late game. What an amazing Dutch deck. I say that because it's the same deck I use. We do have Water Ceremony. So we're going to see some boat action here. And he does also have heavy fortifications. So chucking some more huts onto the... Oh, there we go. Just as I said that, chucking some more huts onto the shore here, definitely going to have a significant impact. But the problem is, he doesn't have any military out right now. He's going to be training some canoes and will force away Kynesie's 2 caravels. I wonder if that was a shipment. Yes, it was a shipment. Because I feel like if he doesn't do something about this soon, I feel like, he's got 2 docks as opposed to 1. Definitely going to be ahead here. The anti-ship attack dealing quite a bit of damage. I still think it's pretty even. Ungurs can't push out, but Kynesie can't push in. I feel like that's the situation. And yeah, an outpost is going to be coming down. I love this construction time stuff. That's so useful. Outpost is going to be coming down here from Kynesie now. Have his own defensive anti-ship building here. And it looks like Animus is just literally able just to shrine up. He's having a field day right now. I feel like Animus and Ungurs are just waiting. They're just prepping for the fight. And nothing's really coming. And so they're like, oh, what's our win condition now? Like, look at that. Look at that base building. I feel like both teams are like, I'm happy to boom up. And who's going to win in the long term? I feel like he's got water. Kynesie's probably going to win in the long term. Although we do have 2 fumes coming in. And if they can take a fight onto this war hut, they're definitely in favour here. Or potentially deny the outpost. There's a lot of canoes coming out here. This looks pretty deadly. I wonder if he spots the outpost. He's got 4 seconds. They will be able to get a lot of damage off on that outpost. I don't know, is this worth the fight? They're fighting under 2 full docks and an outpost. Those canoes are going to drop rapid. Animus and Ungurs need to take Stagecoach. It's not having such a big disadvantage. I completely agree. You've got 2 free TPs in base, You've all got 700 wood in deck, I assume. Send it, get the TPs out. It's only 400 wood and you're getting your return, like, really quickly. Both caravels go down. And he has caused a lot of idle time from these boats. Now we see some tomahawks coming in. Might pick up a villager here from Kynesie. Doesn't actually pick it up, so he will pick up a free vill. But in the grand scheme of things, he's already at 34, so it won't make that much of a difference. Now we do see some Yumi archers coming in. I feel like the push is going to be to try and take Kynesie off water here. But another dot goes up in the back, and another caravel is being trained. So they need to do something about it now, or they're going to, be in trouble in the long run. Because Dutch is just like, screw you guys, I'm building 5 banks and, boom it to high heaven. And it looks like Dutch will be going H4. H3, God no, not H4. But it looks like we've got the macro here from Haudenosaunee to go up as well. So Ungurs and Aiken definitely rushing for H3, both of them. Both civs are definitely skirm heavy civs and very good at, both have very good skirms as well. So I'd love to see Forest Prowlers versus Dutch skirm. That's going to be a great fight. Now we're starting to burn down shrines. but I feel like the Shrine Boom's already happened. You know, it's been there and it's done. He's denied, like, look at all these hunts he's denied. They're just getting forced back into their base, and if he wants to be a sneaky bastard, he can even shrine these guys back here, although I think it's like just inside the radius of the town center. Although these longbow are going to be able to pick up these pikemen here, so it's going to be definitely going to force them off shrines, because he realised he can't push into this, not with that town, not with that outpost right there. A second outpost coming in right now. I mean, it looks like there's a dock coming in for Animus. Definitely more support water play, and if the option provides, able to send tons of fishing boats here. 16 fishing boats, that's gold. Also, the Tomahawks are able to force the pikemen back. But what do we think? Thank you, Kitty. Yeah. Vlad's done a really good job at that. The status of the fight. Do we think that you know, who wins? I feel like Haudenosaunee, Japan probably win in their unit comp later, but Spain, Dutch with water probably win in their ego. Like, you know, Ungurs and Animus are on water, but they don't have water. Like, this is all, you know, Kynesie's. You know, Kynesie can't push into this, and he can't get him completely off water, but he doesn't need to. He can just stay there. He's going to fish the ocean clean by the time they push out. So, if you follow your drift. So, we'll see if... I'm surprised Animus and Kynesie haven't aged up, considering there hasn't been really much fighting, and they're not really building any mass. Kynesie's still in age 2, and he's just absolutely making water, so many boats, just everything, and he's like, look at this, 3 outposts now. That's going to be a pain in the ass to push into. Great job pulling away that canoe there. I wonder if he does, but second shot brings it down. And we'll lose this outpost actually, but pay dearly for it with the Fune. And we are going to see a pick up here from the Yumi archers. Hopefully they see this, and they do. They take out a few skirms for free. And I feel like the Yumi will beat the skirms here just on the sheer, mass, but can't really kite with the Yumi, whereas the skirms can in fact kite. And the Yumi are outranged by the skirms as well. Holy crap, that guy just tanked 1 million bullets to the face. Definitely missed their opportunity here. Like, I don't know if you guys have seen this as well, but I'm like, I feel like everyone's just sitting around. Animus and Ungurs, I feel like they've got the mass. They can push in. Just go for it, guys. Kynesie's got nothing right now. I think they're missing their opportunity here. Like, they're up in mass. They've beaten them in mass. They've got the military at this time. Use it, you know. And I feel like if they don't go now, Kynesie's going to be just too strong in water. And he's going to just have access to all the Seco. He's on, 59 bills as opposed to 40, 39, and 29. Just way ahead. And scores are portraying that. Kynesie and Tit now pulling ahead. Although his score isn't... Kynesie's score isn't that high. And I feel like he just hasn't trained many units. I feel like he's just like sitting back going a bit greedy here. He's even getting... I think he's even getting market tech from the... Yeah, even built a trading post to get the wood gathering speed. Geez, can we see the line of sight? We sure can. Sorry, I missed that before. Yeah, he sees that he's got all this pressure here. You just can't really push into that. And they can see that he's gathering on water as well. And now these beefy ass forest prowlers, they are going to absolutely drop these skirmishers in mass. Although, what is the cost? 50-65. And it's 50-65 as well. So I would love to see a mass of forest prowlers standing next to the mini falconet. That is going to be an absolute insane fight. Although 3 husks going to come in and start going for a raid. Potentially going to pick up, maybe going for this. Potentially going for this gold mine. Oh dear. Oh dear. Quick, get the line of sight on. Does he see it? Yeah, he sees it. Here they go. Here they go. No, he knows he's sending guys back to protect them. He can't afford to lose those two light cannons. So the Falcons go in and they do end up pushing down on that castle. I mean, the war hut, with the help from the land support. And I feel like Ungurs and Animus, like nothing's really happened. They just kind of like had the army and they didn't do anything with it. Oh dear God. Okay then. But that might change if they can. They got to be quick about it. That's the thing. Kynesie's stacking res like there's no tomorrow. Although he's not doing anything with. That's the thing. It's close. I feel like as of now, I'd say Ungurs and Aminus are in the commanding position here. They've got command. Like look at this, age 4 and age 3. They're behind on score, but they've got the position right now. They can do what they like with the game. They've got the momentum. The only thing I'm concerned about is what happened last game, where they'll take too long to force a fight. That's the only thing I'm concerned about. And getting a few good raids on here. But we'll clean that up with some centuries. And looks like we're just going to be raiding down these shrines. But the light cannon's just going to be wrecking these outposts. And once they're done, he should be right to push out on order. Although getting carronade and armor plating onto his boats, so they're beefy bastards. And he's right to charge in under that castle and not have any repercussions. We'll be sending the Wild Elders. I love my pronunciation. These guys like cop some damage, some serious damage. Now Kynesie finally actually going to go up. I'd say Lancers are probably the best play here. Yeah, he's going to be going Lancers and Kulve. Is mixing skirmishes. I don't know why you do that, considering Dutch has a big skirm mass. And has harbs in there as well. Isn't even going for the stable. Let's see if he's got counter infantry rifling. Yeah, he does. So we'll force back. Like, imagine if they're taking the fight now with this massive army. Imagine if they're forcing a fight right now. I wonder if these light cannon can get a volley off. I feel like I'd keep them sieging here and just have two just scoot across and take a shot. And the reason is because, like, you know, when you're hearing the alarm, you can only see the flare going off on here. You don't see the flare off on here. So you think he's still fighting. And there he goes. He gets 2 shots off. Not actually dealing as much damage as I would have thought. Only has a 3 times multiplier. Yeah, that, like, barely scratched him. Jesus. But now Kynesie has the full control of the water here. Flaming arrows even have 5 times. They do more bloody arrow and fire does more damage than a bloody cannonball to a ship, which is kind of funny. And does actually kill it. It's just a bit of a ha-ha statement. Just telling you. Trying to go for a raid here with the Wild Elders, but all the res are being cleaned up on the back side. If he just pushed out a bit more. Give me 1 second, please. Yeah, so it just seems like, you know, having forced off hunts here. Forest Palamas, maybe not as large as it could be. And now these cannons are actually unprotected. If he can get these lances in here, he's kind of in trouble. And he is going to spot it, and he's going to go for the field cannons here. Yumi need to get back and protect. But the lances are going to charge onto the Yumi. And now the skirmisher is going to be able to take as many picks as they can. The Yumi being forced to retreat. More Lancers coming in. I feel like Ungurs and Aminus actually played this game better right up until the... Except for the fact that they didn't push in with what they had. I feel like they actually played better. Like macro-wise, micro-wise. They could have done a bit better on water. But they just let Kynesie boom too much. And kind of have a freebie there. Maybe double skirm not to play, but maybe it is, I don't know. They should have pushed Aiken's base. They should have pushed Tit's base. And I'm going to be interested to see. There we go. Oof. You're going to lose to Cool Greens. Field Guns lose heavy to Cool Greens. Oh, and the GG's already been called. Yeah, and they've just been like, no, it's too late. That's a real shame. I feel like that game didn't really lead up to a massive fight or anything. It was just more of, you know, more mind games. So GG going over to Kynesie and Tit. Congratulations, boys, taking the series 2-0. Give me mad point. Striker, you be getting your points. No, congratulations to the boys there. Unlucky Ungurs and Aminus. I feel like you guys actually, in my humble opinion, and we'll check the score, stats, and we'll check the kills as well. There we go. Holy moly. Oh, ouch. I feel like this is in favour. Definitely in favour of Ungurs' team. Like right up until that fight, they could have pushed in here. But just not going for it. And just let the eco scale away. Did actually lose quite a few vills there. Oh, that was the fishing boats, that's why. Yeah, Kynesie, he's got the water, but he's not doing any magic with it. So they definitely had a shot there, I feel. Definitely had a shot there to push out. If like around about here was the point. Had about 2 minutes to fight. Contesting water at 14 minutes with a land army ain't the right call. No, I agree. They should have, like old mate said before, like Tomato Plant said, should have just pushed Aiken's base and ended it. They had a shot. I reckon they could have won that. But no, very well played to both teams. Let me just update the score arenas. 2-1 going over to Aminus and going over to Kynesie, defeating Aminus and Ungurs. So well done, boys. A sec here.